This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Some fun in Freeland for Pajama Day at a local school. That story and so much more next. Hello there, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Ken Kara, and here's your local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A police chase ended in the arrest of a wanted man last night. Hazleton police noticed 27-year-old Christopher Irizarry driving, and one officer knew he had a suspended driver's license. They attempted to pull over Irizarry on South Church Street. Irizarry fled at a high rate of speed, according to police, going through stop signs and traffic lights and going the wrong direction on one-way streets. The chase ended in a parking lot at West Green Street and North Lee Court. The release says that Irizarry fled because of an active bench warrant from the Luzerne County Sheriff's Office for failure to appear on drug-related charges. A 23-year-old male passenger was also taken into custody. The state of Pennsylvania will now have a child advocate position to help children dealing with abuse and neglect. State Representative Tara Toohill played a role in getting this position started, and she explains more about the job and her part in it.
So we have an adult victims advocate, but there's no child advocate in Pennsylvania. So generally the victims advocate deals with older adults, victims of rape, victims of crime, and this is going to be a specifically designated position for someone in Pennsylvania that will deal with children who are abused or neglected. A lot of times there's problems in children and youth and foster care. And so I'm really excited. I actually had a House bill that would create this child advocate, which is also referred to as an ombudsman. And the governor went ahead and did this by executive order. So I don't have to pass the bill out of the House, the Senate, back to the House and have him sign it.
We spoke with Representative Toohill about several other topics, and you'll see those stories soon here on SSP TV News. As someone who would love to wear his pajamas right here on the news desk, I really do enjoy this tradition at MMI Preparatory School in Freeland. Last Thursday, they held their annual pajama parade to welcome the new freshman class. Then there was a freshman-senior kickball game and bonfire. It seems like the senior shirts have a Friends theme. Could they be any cooler? That was my Chandler right there from Friends. That story on pajamas got me thinking about breakfast, so let's all take a trip right now to Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton, kind of my local central perk, if you will. Back inside Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton with Lauren Sacco, one of the owners. Lauren, a few Saturdays ago, I'm sitting around with my wife. I have a thing of yogurt and a sad cup of coffee, and I looked at my wife and I said, "Do you remember the holy cannoli French toast or the cannoli French toast we had at Frankie's?" And she's like, "Why don't we go there more for breakfast?" And I said, "Exactly. You have some delicious menu items and breakfast every day."
We do. We serve breakfast every day. It's about year 3 that we're doing breakfast, 2.5, almost 3 years. And sometimes we're a forgotten little gem when it comes for breakfast. Weekends are big on breakfast, but we do breakfast 7 days a week. You could get a Greek omelet, a farmer's omelet, holy cannoli pancakes. You could build your own breakfast jambut, which is very similar to the jambut that we've done in the previous segments with you. The only difference now is we add scrambled egg to it, so it gives it a twist for breakfast. We offer breakfast delivery beginning every day at 9 o'clock. So you can get yourself bacon, eggs, coffee, toast, and we will deliver to you.
That's amazing. I also want to talk about, there was a Wassail Fest in downtown Hazleton, and you stopped at all these different places and you got a little alcoholic beverage. I came in here, and you're saying, what does this have to do with breakfast? I came in here and I was like, I needed a little break, and your mom had coffee.
We do. We have a flavored coffee line.
And now
here.
I think, like, in the morning, I could stop in here. You guys have a pretty good coffee here.
Yes, our coffee, we're very particular with our coffee. I actually myself am not a coffee drinker, so we rely more on my mother and my sister and their taste for the coffee. But we use a very good roasted bean. It's freshly ground in the back before we make the cup. And we do different flavors all the time. Like coming up for summer, we're featuring coconut cream. Right around Easter, we had holiday eggnog. So we just do different flavors to kind of give it a little bit of a twist on your breakfast ritual.
And the nice thing is you do have those different menu items. If you are kind of sick of having the country omelet all the time, try the jambut or mix and match this. I mean, there was meatball in my jambut, which was amazing. So, and what time do you serve breakfast until?
We serve it all every day until 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, so that's a nice frame of time too. So stop down Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
I'm not a meteorologist, but the clouds on the left look evil, and it looks kind of good to the right of your screen there as we see some blue. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear. We'll have a low of 50 degrees. Wednesday looks nice, sunny with highs in the low 70s. Mostly clear on Wednesday night, lows in the mid 50s. Thursday, we have a 20% chance of showers after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny, high of 73. It will be windy with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Clear at night, low of 48. Friday is sunny with a high of 70, down to 55 at night, and partly cloudy skies. Partly sunny on Saturday with a high of 77 and mostly cloudy at night with a low of 57 degrees. Let's talk golf on the SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard. At the Wyoming Valley Conference pre-District 2 meet, Hazleton area's Brian Bartle, Jonathan Joseph, and Joey Rybarczyk qualified for next week's district tournament at the AAA level. Rybarczyk went to a playoff with 2 other players, including teammate Colin Kulsa, to qualify. At the 2A tournament, MMI's AJ Jordan shot in 84 to qualify for districts. The Hazleton area girls had 3 players in the top 5 that made the cut. Maren Dremock had the low score at the tournament for the AAA girls with a 77. Her teammate Isabel Ritz was second with a 90. Grace Babinchak will join them at districts. At the Schuylkill League Championships, Emily Rahman of Marion finished second in the girls tournament and gets to skip the pre-District 11 tournament next week and advance directly to the district championships. Raul Lara had 2 goals in the Cougar boys soccer win over Berwick. Tamaqua Brian Millot had the game winner against Blue Mountain. Hazleton area beat Tamaqua in non-league girls tennis. The Lady Cougars lost in field hockey. Hazleton area and Marion were winners in girls volleyball. The Big HA had to come back after losing the first 2 sets. Olivia Karchner had 12 kills for the Phillies in their win over North Schuylkill. And Caitlin Honnes earned her 200th ace in her career in Monoy area's win over Williams Valley, and Penn State Hazleton beat Penn State Scranton in women's volleyball. Coming up next, we get a look at Penn State Hazleton's new launch box in downtown Hazleton, and in sports, we get to know the captains for this year's Monoy Area High School football team.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Beaver Meadows Fall Festival will be held on Sunday at Lake Marie in Beaver Meadows from 12 noon until 3 p.m. For more information, you can contact Jennifer Barnes-Savage at 570-956-5980. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Adam Dinko Jr. of Whitehaven. Mass will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church in Freeland. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Michael Duffy of Virginia Beach, Virginia. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. John George Hodson Jr. of Hazleton. Funeral will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Eleanor F. Labracchio of Hazleton. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. William Ryan Miller of Drums. The Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Emma G. Sharbaugh of Nescapec. A memorial service will be held Friday at 12 noon at the Heller Funeral Home in Nescapec. Friends may call Friday from 10 a.m. until 12 noon at the funeral home. And Dolores C. Sheeman of Hazel Township. A memorial service will be held Friday at 10 a.m. at St. Luke's Evangelical Lutheran Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.